Hi, everyone. It's Mac again. This is a grief journal. I think it's part 6. I may have the number wrong. I don't know. I'm a bit delirious as far as exhaustion. Yeah. The thing about this, excuse me, caretaker time is being a caretaker is that um, yeah, the exhaustion is not just physical or not just one thing, it's emotional, especially if you're caretaking somebody you care about, you love. It's mental and emotional as well, and it's really really hard. So we've had very little sleep because her sleep is, it's gotten to an awful place. Actually, she's sleeping much more, much longer, and much more often, even through the day now, which is what the progression is, normal progression of the disease, and the death process of the body shutting down. And when she does sleep, um, she's so loud, and sometimes she fidgets in the night, and she breathes really weird and makes a lot of noise and coughs and chokes and hacks and gurgles. She gurgles all night because the fluid is pushing up so much, and it's just gotten louder and louder all the time. We have a monitor now, a button she can push that calls me back in the back part of the house where um, mine and my wife's bedroom is. But even with the door closed and even with the TV running, we can hear her. That's how loud. And she talks in her sleep a lot. It's just very restless. It's just very restless. But the gurgling, the sounding like she's constantly drowning is the worst part. Like she's drowning or choking or yeah, it's really unnerving, and it's really you feel like that she's gonna die any minute the whole time that's going on. And that's much more at night than when she dozes off a little bit and naps in the day. She makes a little noise when she does that, but not the same when she goes into deeper sleep at night. And every day, right now, every single day, she's sleeping longer and waking up later. Like, you know, early, like a week ago, she was not waking up till 9, and that was weird. She's usually up at 8, and then 9:30. It was like quick, within a couple of days. 9:30, and then 10 in a couple of days, and now today she didn't wake up till 11. So that's where we are. She's just sleeping longer and longer. Not even stirring in the night to pee. She's not even getting up at all, or needing to get up to pee. And she's drinking water constantly. She's super thirsty. Yeah, it's just. But the water's not going to the right places, is what the nurse said. She's more and more bloated. And, when she tries to pee, only a little comes out, and she feels like she has to pee like a racehorse. Um, yeah. She called me over. She's sitting on the potty chair by the hospital bed, and she sits there a long time because she keeps feeling like there's more supposed to come, and it doesn't always come. But anyway, so she sits there a while. And she points to me, come over here. I want to talk to you. So she wants me to sit across from her on the hospital bed, so we're face to face. We're kind of like me to the phone here. And she says, "So I don't think I have much time left." And I said, "I don't think so either, honey." And she said, "So I need to know what my next steps are." And I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, I need to make sure everything's taken care of." She said, "I want you to go ahead and pay for the cremation." Uh, and she was like, said a few things like this about taking care of affairs. And then she said, "And what are my next steps physically?" And I said, "Honey, you're, getting so weak that I don't know how much more we're going to be able to get you up to the potty chair, even beside the bed. So we're going to be probably working toward a catheter soon." And she was like, okay. And she's like, "Well, I'm just sleeping so much." And she keeps, every time she wakes up, she wants to know what time it is. And then she talks about how astounded she is about how much she sleeps, because she's never been a napper, never been a, a day sleeper at all. And never been a long sleeper. So she knows this is really odd. Yeah, and then we've had a couple of friends come to visit, longtime friends, basically to say goodbye to her. And we've been dealing with, being a witness to that and holding space for that. We're having to hold space as well as caretaking. We are holding space for all these other people to come and say goodbye. And that's been happening for the last few weeks. And that's a lot. So that when I say emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted, that's what I'm talking about. And we're holding space for all these other people, and we feel like we have very little time at all to process our own grief. And we're kind of doing a lot on the fly. And it's she's also eating less and less. I mean, so much less. I mean, all she ate all day today was like a little applesauce, some yogurt this morning, and half of a snickerdoodle cookie. That's what she had to eat today. And she's just not interested. She says, "I don't feel hungry. I'm not interested in food." So, So things are, my wife and I know the progression. If you look up the in signs of ends of life in hospice care, or signs of ends of life as someone is dying, it'll walk you through the stages. And she's right in the last few days right now. And so we're letting her rest and cherishing every second that we have. We were talking tonight about how so many people, and we've witnessed some coming to see her, or some calling her and saying, "I can't imagine my life without you." But in the last year and a half since she's been here, they've made no effort to get here. Well, folks, don't let that much time pass by before you reach out to people you care about. Before you show appreciation to people who've meant a lot to you and who've been there for you. Don't fucking wait. Because if one thing I'm seeing is the regret, I hear it because when people call, well, she puts it on speakerphone because she can't really hold it to her ear much, and we hear everything. And the regret we hear in those folks who just thought there was always more time and didn't make the effort in a year and a half. Yeah, don't wait.